GearNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
Okay.
Ryan, put the candy bar down. Jesus.
Okay.
No.
That's a good code open right there. No. Shit.
It's one of our better ones.
It is one of our better ones. I will admit that. Fat Man,
Sleazy.
what the fuck are we doing tonight?
Ooh, can I answer? Because
Yeah.
I think you're all going to shit on me. Oh, we're going to talk about 3/4 of a deadly pay-per-view called AEW Revolution.
Oh, shit, yes! Let's get on to the show.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
This is the Fat Man.
Welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. Today we have, as you probably heard in the cold open, Chip Willett.
Guys, what's up?
And, of course, the Lost Gotch, Ryan Williams.
Hi, yo.
That's
I'm
all.
lost. I'm found. I'm just retarded.
Okay, I'll let that go. So, Fat Man's taking pills. I'm eating on the air. It's a normal Tuesday for taping, right?
Oh, we got to talk AEW. Well, maybe double the dose here. Jesus Christ.
I would go triple on this one.
Oh, fucking A.
3/4 of a pill anyway.
AEWCW TNA.
Hey! We'll get into that.
It's TNA.
AEWCW. I know, I was fucking around.
Somebody get that tattooed on their ass. We'll give you $20.
Looking at you, Ryan.
Okay.
Looking at you.
That is a shoot. If you can take that logo, put it on your ass, tattooed, and prove it was a tattoo, I'll give you $20 for the first 3 people that do it.
Hey, then.
Did anyone,
Multitude of fan we have. That fan is going to get 3 tattoos and get $20 a pop.
I'll give it to him. And maybe you'll cover the cost of watching this show.
First match is for the TNA WCW Tag Team Championships.
Okay.
The Young Bucks defend against Chris Jericho and MJF. Match was 17
Ron-
minutes of...
Ron Kidd died.
Wrong kid
He
died.
didn't even let me finish.
Doesn't
The match
matter.
went
Ron Kidd died.
17 minutes and 50 seconds. Canton gave it 4 stars.
Because we can't listen to Dave Meltzer's fucking shit anymore because we do these too soon.
Ryan, you're the tag team wrestling enthusiast.
Yes, I am.
So the wrong kid died?
Unless MJF takes over the Inner Circle Wednesday night,
Which he's going to.
Jericho and yeah, but again, we can predict and guess all we want. Most of the time, we can be right. But unless that happens, MJF and Jericho should have won that match.
Wrong. I think actually, I agree with you, but I don't. I think they are going to break up.
Fuck is that?
Well, listen.
I agree. After this shit over the past couple of days, it's just trying to be politically nice. Leave him
No. So
alone and let him continue.
what I'm saying is like, I think they are going to turn Jericho face by MJF turning on him, but I think it's premature. So Jericho and MJF should have won, but the way that they're going, it's clearly that they shouldn't have. So
You think they're going to
should
turn
have won,
quicker?
and then by the next pay-per-view, because they do 4 pay-per-views,
Yeah.
have them lose at the next pay-per-view.
yeah,
Which is all in.
no double or nothing.
Double or nothing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
yeah.
I agree with that, but that's not. They wanted to fast track it to have probably Jericho and MJF face each other at Double or Nothing. Both teams were outside to start the match for 2 minutes, and the referee's like, fuck it.
Rich Fensberg.
No,
Or was it a girl?
It was Aubrey.
It was a girl.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Aubrey.
But if you haven't learned yet, AEW don't give a fuck about rules. Like referees are there just to
It's
look pretty.
It's
and
annoying
counter.
though.
That's how it is. Like they're useless.
I mean, yeah.
It makes the refs look stupid.
But it's also so there have been other promotions that
Yes.
let that go, but
Fine.
the
CEW, we never used to do DVQs because we thought they were pointless. But we still tried to hide the cheating from the fucking ref.
that's true. Well, I
Nobody cares about if you get DQ'd or not. Nobody cares.
the referee is giving leeway in this important title match is how you cover it on commentary.
Except they didn't cover it, and the referee was all like, "Come on, guys, get in the ring for 2 fucking minutes." So they failed at that too. So they AEW'd that. And what was the first Meltzer? And what was the first Meltzer driver attempt?
It was a
Like,
jumping, spinning
It
nothing.
was a jumping, spinning nothing.
Yeah.
They did it.
It was
just for
phenomenal.
transition. It made no sense. Why, like, Matt's not even holding Jericho anymore and has it for like a minute, and then Nick just decides to attempt it because
Because he
Oh, it
likes
was
jumping
so dumb.
nothings.
it was so dumb.
It was, admittedly, it was probably one of the funniest spots of the entire match.
Ugh.
Was
Matt
the
ki-
literal flipping, jumping nothing.
Matt kicks out of the fucking bat to the back and a finisher
Mhm.
because, executive producer got to look strong. Typical AEW
Wow!
solid action, but dumb spots. 3.25 stars? The shit fucking made it worse. Like, it was a 4-star match, but that shit was stupid.
I can't disagree
Relax.
with you on that. So
Relax. It
And I
was-
haven't begun.
so-
I haven't even fucking begun yet, Ryan.
oh, this is gonna be
I
good.
understand, and I know
We only
I'm
have
gonna
an hour,
to say
guys.
this
Remember
multiple times. I know, but you got to understand when you're watching television or you're watching AEW pay-per-views,
Then nothing
you're
makes
watching
sense.
AEW.
Got it.
Yeah, yes, no, 100%. 100%. You got to understand that AEW is his own little fucked up world.
They're an
It's
indie
like
company
super
that's
indie,
rated.
but not as
Yeah,
popular.
no. They're an indie. They're super indie, but not as popular.
Wow! What the fuck is this?
Am I wrong?
Right, I love you so much.
I'm going to say this, and this is going to sound dumb, but it's true. And Fat Man's going to disagree with it until I make the point. When you're watching a Chikara show,
Oh,
You-
fuck you.
yeah, see,
Shut up,
see,
you let him
this
talk.
is what I told you. This was going to happen. When you're watching a Chikara show, you have to suspend disbelief under the guise of the fact that shit like the ant colony is a real team, and Deucalion was legitimately killing people and shit like
Chuck
that.
Taylor's going to stop an invisible grenade from blowing up. Like, these are
Exactly.
things that are great.
Inside the bubble that is Chikara, you have to play by those rules because that's what Chikara has told you is part of their atmosphere or whatever you want to call it, their sphere of influence. It's the same thing with AEW. In AEW, it is super indies. How many, and I want to make the point here as we continue, how many people kicked out of finishers this night?
Oh, everyone.
I know. That's my point.
I had that. Also, but to go back on the Chikara thing, did Chikara have a nationally televised TV deal?
No, but they gave shows away for free.
Okay, that's not the point, though. Does Chikara have a nationally televised TV deal?
No.
AEW does. They gotta stop fucking trying to be super indie.
No,
And be
they don't.
like,
No, they don't. Absolutely not.
because that's what's getting him their 800,000 viewers a week.
Yeah, so why are they competing with anyone?
They're not. But that's
Exactly.
The thing,
That's the thing. But no, you just made my point. They don't have to. They're not competing.
but they think they are.
The gimmick
my
is that they're competing. The demo god, Chris Jericho.
Well, that's my point.
Fuck you. You know,
So if you think you're competing and you have a
suck a
national televised
goddamn
TV
dick.
deal,
Suck a goddamn dick. No one believes, even for a second, that they're competing legitimately with each other. That is Marks making Mark statements about two different companies that are just making a shit ton of money on their own.
These are the same marks that believe NXT.
I
is
think
a
only
separate
one of those
company
companies
from
making a ton of
WWE.
money on their own. But okay.
Versus the other companies out there? No, there's two.
I want to go back to my original point. When you have a nationally televised TV deal
Doesn't mean shit.
and you think you're competing,
No. No.
you
No.
gotta start being this guy's a
No, you
heel,
don't.
This guy's
No,
a
you don't.
face. Oh my
No,
god, yes, you
You don't.
I will agree with him on that. I fucking hate that.
I hate it
You're
too.
heel one week and a face next week. Like,
Don't get
Big
me
Show.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It is a problem. Absolutely, it's a problem. They don't have to do shit, though. Their TV deal is going to be there whether or not they're all jerking each other off in the main event every week on Dynamite.
I know. Until it expires.
Except
Get that.
they just added a second show.
On YouTube.
It doesn't matter. They're making a shit
Then
ton
no
of
one's
money.
gonna watch it like the other fucking show. But here's the thing. I lost my point. You made me so upset.
we win, sleazy.
I win again.
So we'll go back to the point of yes, and we're going to talk about this a lot, so let's not beat into that now. Yeah, AEW could be doing a lot better with how the refs go and how their gimmicks are and shit like that. To be fair, that opening tag match was a perfect opening tag match for an AEW show because the Young Bucks were in it and they were doing whatever the fuck they wanted in it.
Yes. Here's my point. I'm going to go Eric Bischoff. I remembered. If you want to grow your audience, you need to stop doing what you're doing and start evolving. And that means having actual traditional heels versus faces. Yes, Shades of Grey. Fuck that shit. We've already talked about that a billion times before. I hate it. Everyone hates it. Yes, they do need to change. Fuck you, sleazy. Number 2, Casino Tag Team Royale for the number 1 contender.
No,
for the
no,
AEW
no,
tag
no, no, no,
titles.
no, 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 no. You're not getting off
Natural
with that.
Nightmares
You're
versus
fucking not getting off with that.
Dark
Because I'm
Order
going to
Team
sit here.
1 versus Inner
No,
Circle
no,
versus
go fuck yourself here.
Hideout Brothers versus Dark Order Team 2 versus Gun Club
Suck
versus Pretty
a goddamn
Picture
dick.
versus Varsity Blues versus Bear Country versus Jurassic Express versus Butcher
I'll
the
let you
Blade
finish,
versus
and then I'm
Private
still gonna
Party
talk over you.
versus SCU versus Death Triangle versus Dark Order Team number 3. Match with 26 minutes 45 seconds. Kent gave it 3 stars. Ryan, you like these battle royals?
This was a legitimate, great value version of a Royal Rumble because there were still 30 men in it that just came out 2 at a time. And I don't know if anybody else noticed this or brought this up. Where the fuck was FTR?
I have no clue. And I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, me neither.
And there were 32 men. There was
30
16.
for 15 teams.
There were 16.
For 15.
He has the list in front of him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Fuck you.
So, once again, Fat Man is wrong twice on the show.
I'm never wrong. I could have sworn there were 16 when I wrote that down.
There aren't 16 teams.
There should have been because there was no fucking FTR.
Exactly.
Because I copied it right off of their fucking website. And
We
I'm
we
pretty
talked
sure-
about the fact that I couldn't do math at the time. 20% of the Battle Royal was the Dark Order. And they couldn't win.
That's 3 teams. Yeah.
Silvers and Reynolds should have went over.
They absolutely should have.
If they're not going to lose the tag belt, Silvers and Reynolds should have went over.
And if they're going to start this thing with Adam Page, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I liked it. It was fun to watch. The elimination of the match was clearly Evil Uno. who fucked up that fucking head scissor spot 100%.
Okay, I'm going to give him one thing. Ready? He was at least safe with it.
That could have been real bad.
It absolutely could have been
Fair enough.
absolutely terrible. I'd rather him make him safe first and then make it look like shit afterwards. So be it. But he could have absolutely have destroyed Marco there accidentally.
Perfect.
Ray Phoenix is so fucking good.
Yes, he
He's
is.
actually, he's too damn good. Too damn good to think that I don't even think he needed to win the match. Need it. Didn't need it.
Okay.
I just think they want to get Ray Phoenix and Pac versus the Young Bucks to have a great fucking match. And it will be fucking awesome, but
And the Bucks
You
will go
got the
over.
stats from the match?
we have an hour. Do you really want me to go through them?
No.
No, just the only thing I was going to bring up is the most eliminations was Ray Phoenix and Jungle Boy with 5.
Yep.
Cool.
Like, that's a really good showing for Jungle Boy, too.
Yes, and I have that also where that actually I think Jungle Boy hit Ray Phoenix is good, but I think Jungle Boy was the star of the match.
I agree.
Okay. He was hot fire, that's for sure.
Chip just like I agree. Moving on.
No. I mean, I give it. I give it a 3.5 stars. I thought it was a great match. I mean, I had seen numerous attempts at tag team battle royals in the past, and the way they made this look like a Royal Rumble and had them coming in every 2 minutes, I thought was good. Of course, they couldn't copy a Royal Rumble because pretty much that's what WWE does. But no, it was good action. Definitely think Jungle Boy definitely was the star of the match, though.
And said that they could have had enough of teams to do a proper the casino thing that they do, like how they do the battle royals, the singles guys, 5, 5, 5, 5, and then that one special one.
Yeah.
20. They had 15 teams. You have enough people on fucking tag, you could have jammed in a couple of jobber teams and stayed true to the match that you guys have made.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
There are a few teams that could have been edited. There could have been, like I said, you had 3 fucking Dark Order teams. So, yeah.
Are they just trying to increase the presence there, or what?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That's all I can say. You have one of the best early signings of the entire tag division in Uno and Stu, and yet they haven't won the tag titles. So
Now, to be fair, how long did it take for the Bucks to actually put the tag belts on themselves? I'll give them credit because they could have did that right away and nobody would have batted an eyelash because it would have made sense.
Wait a second. You're telling me that the team that had to have a match to have another match to get a bye didn't win their tag titles?
No.
Sad. It's sad.
Didn't have the creepers.
Now for Sleazy's favorite fucking match of the night, AEW Women's Championship. Hikaru Shida defense against Ryo Mizunami. 15
Hey, you
minutes
said
10
it right.
seconds. What?
you said it right.
They fucking every 5 seconds fucking who's it? Excalibur's like Mizuyami! Oh, you Mizuyami! Oh, Mizuyami! Oh.
Because you fucking racist ass white people don't know how to say fucking Japanese names.
Okay, so
Ken gave it 3 stars. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling Asian fetish enthusiast?
And
How many times?
Over,
17. Which is 1 star more than I gave the match.
So you gave this 16 stars.
Yes. It would have been 20, but it wasn't in the Tokyo Dome.
See,
That's the yeah. Oh my god.
We'll touch on it. But if
Oh,
the
I
finish-
touched on it. Oh, I touched on it.
Okay, I won't say the finish. If the bullshit after the main event didn't happen and hindered the main event, I'd have a different opinion. But to me, this was match of the night.
I would legitimately, it was top 2. Only because I thought the ladder match was a little bit better. I like the ladder match a little bit better. That being said, this was a hard-hitting.
It was so hard. Holy crap.
Oh, yes, babe. Oh, yeah. This was everything I could have wanted with 2 Japanese wrestlers just beating the shit out of each other.
I literally thought I was watching NJPW. They were hitting so hard.
It was great.
And the funny thing is, about halfway through the match, they decided to go, fuck it, hit me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They went.
Playing the shit out of each other.
I love the
They
fact.
were realizing that they were trying to wrestle. It wasn't really working, and they're just like, fuck it.
Strong style, bitch.
Now, keep in mind, these two have worked many, many times over the years, too. So this wasn't like the first time they've ever met.
No, they actually looked really good in the ring. I mean,
Yeah.
the chemistry was good, and like nothing was really missed. I mean, they definitely look like they've had a history.
Okay, did anyone care if some of the shots were soft? Was that anyone here?
The cat.
I mean, I was just like, I was like, can you hit harder? And then after that, they came with like a wallop. I'm like, okay, there you go.
I
Somebody
didn't notice it enough to pick at it.
exactly, because you have to kind of start light on that if you're going to really lay in later on.
That's true.
That's a
You can't
concept.
start it. You can't start at 9 and then go from there.
Exactly. So
I mean, you can. It's just
it hurts
gonna
more.
suck.
Yeah.
The main event, you go from a 9 to a -3.
Well, here's the other thing, and Buck will gladly attest to this, is that if you start stiffing people early on in the match, adrenaline's not going to help. But later on in the match,
Your match better be 3 minutes if you're doing all the hot spots and the skipping right then and there.
yeah. So
That's what she said.
on the perfect match to do it on. So yeah, I mean, I loved it. I really did love it. I gave it 4 stars. My problem, if anything, was the post match. But
Yeah, with the they all came in.
so what do you guys think? I mean,
I thought it was 4 as well. I just love the hard hitting. It was good to see some real hard hitting with women compared to what they show in NXT. I mean, they were just laying the fuck out of each other. And like every time I would see one of the hits land, I'd be like, "Oh, god damn, that actually looked like it hurt," because it did. But definitely 4 stars though, and definitely up there with match tonight was the ladder match for me.
This was one of the best women's matches AEW has had since they've been in existence.
I would agree with that.
Now, are these two actually signed to AEW, or did they just come over for the
She did.
tournament?
Sheeta definitely is. I don't know.
Mizunami should be.
I don't know if Mizunami was. I wouldn't be surprised. Wow, that is one hell of a cat.
Hi, Kiki.
Okay, so the one that wasn't Sheeta, because I'm not going to attempt to butcher the name. That's fine. That anybody else come across like a shorter female Okada during the entrance?
Yeah,
Not really. I didn't notice it.
I
You're probably
see
right,
it.
but I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I didn't notice it either.
I see it, but she's had that look for a decade, so she's been ripping off of Okada for a long time.
Okay.
Okada shot off at the knees with a transgender gimmick.
Okay.
And that's the end of the show.
So,
And
lay it on me. 3 stars.
You motherfucker! What was your problem with it?
But
You thought it was okay. It wasn't very bad, but it
Okay
was
for a
very
house
good.
match? What?
I thought the match was going that way, and then they started beating the fuck out of each other.
So you went,
And-
here's a pity half star?
Pretty much.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I knew Sleazy was gonna fucking overrate the shit out of this one. I didn't think.
Oh,
shit
go
would.
fuck yourself.
And Ryan already
Fuck's that
told me.
good t- fuck's that good-
Ryan said that he thought it was a great match, so I already gave him shit for it. He's like, fantastic. I'm like, I wouldn't call it fantastic. I thought it was a good match. I think she just had better matches, but
I'm
still a
telling
good
you, it
match.
wasn't for the stink,
You
it
think
wasn't
she's
for the
had better
stink after the main event. Big shots.
I don't know what to tell you here. Okay, whatever.
Because you're having Asian Mark fetish. Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor versus Morrow and Kip Sabian. 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
Who? Hold on, no.
Kip-
Back to straight up. Who?
Kip Sabian?
Kip Sabian. Yeah.
And Miro.
What was the other name you said?
I said
No,
Morrow.
that's not what he
I
said.
said Morrow. It's Miro.
Mario.
Mario! That's it.
It's
That's
a
his name from
me.
I was like,
That's
you
his name
fucking-
from now on. It was a shortest match that put over Rusev. There we go.
Yeah.
I think it went too long at 7 minutes and 50 seconds, especially after the post-match beatdown. And Taylor and Orange Cassidy got too much offense, especially because of the short match beatdown.
Especially when they started off the match at a disadvantage.
beatdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Like, it made
100% agree.
And then, you know, everyone's all like, oh, it made Rusev look like a beast. Kinda, but he oversold the orange punch when it happened the first time. And then when he happened the second time, he just stood there.
Yeah.
It's like, what was the.
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So it didn't really make him look like a beast, but it did it to say it's weird. Yeah, weird's a good thing.
Any opinions on Chuck Taylor gigging under the eye and his arm to sell a shot into the glass with his face? No? Okay, cool.
Not that I've seen that night, but now that you bring it up, like,
That's what I mean. The gig under the eye was weird, and having him blade on his arm was also very weird. It wasn't that big of a fucking.
I didn't really find any interest in this match whatsoever. I gave it two stars. Just definitely worst match of the night.
Oh, no, it's not. No.
Well, okay, minus that.
No.
It's second worst match of the night. My bad.
No, it's not.
All right, we got people leaving. We got people leaving now.
No, he's taking Wiggies out.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't
Okay.
find any interest in it whatsoever. No.
Big money match. Matt Hardy versus Adam Page. 14 minutes and 40 seconds. Ken gave this match 3 1/4?
You overrating piece of shit.
Huh?
What? I actually thought it was a good match.
Huh?
it was a good little filler match.
Yeah,
Actually
that's what
had
it was
the
meant to do.
storyline going into it,
Yeah.
which was nice.
I mean, the storyline is already stupid as shit, but it was a good wrestling match.
I wasn't a fan.
No. I another match where they were outside the ring forever and the ref didn't do anything, and yet or later in the match they do a count out spot.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? So stupid. So fucking stupid. And then wait 10 minutes too long for a 15-minute match. It was fucking stupid. 1 star. This match was fucking garbage.
I wouldn't go that far. It was 2
garbage.
stars, but it
was
It
garbage.
was
1
definitely not a great match. It wasn't a good match. It wasn't a 1-star match. I give it 2 stars. That's it.
Says the guy who overrates Asian matches.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Okay. Face of the Revolution ladder match. Cody Rhodes versus Pentagon Jr., because I'm not going to say his the other name, versus Lance Archer, versus Matt Caster versus Scorpio Sky versus a mystery opponent.
I dare say, was the biggest signing of the night.
Ethan Page.
Yes! Ethan
Wasn't the
Page
biggest
is
signing of
in
the night, but he got a better
AEW!
I was so fucking pissed off because I was sitting there waiting all night to see who it was, and then the fucking feed froze in the middle of it, and I didn't see who it was in it. I mean, I saw it when it came back. I was like, son of a bitch.
We're talking
That
about
was-
Ethan Page here.
I hope
I
so.
don't.
Oh,
Okay, good. I'm like, I hope you're still talking about Ethan, right?
right.
Yeah, I was talking about Ethan. Yeah.
Great signing for AEW, even though I think he looked weird in this match.
Yeah, he
He kind of
definitely
looked
did.
out of place in this match.
Like he hadn't been. It looked like ring rust actually.
He was too busy being Karate Man.
Yeah. Few things about this match. A brass ring.
Yeah, fuck you. First of all,
Sonic.
let's talk about that.
No, not even Sonic. So
No.
Tony Khan is trolling WWE for a statement Vince McMahon made 7 years ago?
Yep.
But Sleazy's like, oh, there's no competition.
Yeah, it's fucking spite. That's what it is.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, just like it didn't really matter whether or not Cody Rhodes broke the throne, okay? It's bullshit. You
They
know
did it
it's
on purpose.
bullshit.
Yep.
I know it's bullshit.
Yep.
We all know it's bullshit. Everyone in AEW knows it's bullshit.
Yep.
It's a work, you fucking idiot.
Who, me?
Yes!
Everything's a work. Like, I'm gonna fucking work
Yes!
in your face. So,
Outside of Sonic the Hedgehog match. Well,
Why did we need a gold light on the fucking ring? Seriously.
to make it look like a fucking ring from Sonic. We've been already over this. I don't know why you don't understand.
there were some cool spots in it, like Ethan Page doing a splash mountain on Scorpio Sky while Archer was onto a ladder while Archer was in between the ladder.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Didn't he also crucifix or Razor's Edge Archer through the ladder?
No. Wait, was it through it or on it? I don't think he
On
did
it.
it on it. Okay.
It was on it. Okay,
The Canadian Destroyer spot.
that was awesome.
That
Jake
was
Roberts
awesome,
getting-
but it was stupid.
Yes.
I agree. I agree.
I'll
Agree with
get to that.
Stephen.
I'll get to that
Okay.
in a second. Jake Roberts getting involved was a nice little touch. I would like to see a DDT there, but okay.
I don't think he could have taken the bump, honestly.
Cody Rhodes, while taking the Canadian Destroyer, while sitting in the tunnel, was distracting as fuck all.
Yeah. Wasn't even sitting. He spent most of the time walking back and forth holding his neck. It was the worst.
It was super distracting.
And
Like, it took away from the match.
yeah.
And to be honest, probably the worst multi-man match I've ever seen in my life. 2 3/4 stars. Like, in between those three spots, nothing really.
Wait a second. No. You're not getting away with this one. The worst multi-man match.
Ladder match.
Oh, ladder match. Okay.
I'm sorry if I didn't say that.
You said
I did.
multi-man
I did,
match.
I
I'm
did,
like,
I did. I
you
apologize.
motherfucker.
The worst
Elimination Chamber from
triple-
ECW? You
Yeah.
fuck?
Worst multi-man ladder match I've ever seen.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah. It probably was.
And another match that went too long. It went 23 minutes and 15 seconds. You could have done all that in 15 minutes.
It also mirrored the Chip ladder match. I don't remember which show that was, where they were fighting for the chip. That was a ladder
Something
match.
about them when Brian Cage debuted.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So you had exactly the same thing happen. You had a brand new signing debut in the ladder match that gave somebody a title shot. Okay. We gonna do this every year?
Yeah.
Is next year going to be a briefcase just to go, you know,
It's a piggy bank this time.
yeah, it's going to be, no, it's got to be something even stupider. It's got to be a
So it's got to
Lexan.
be like a corporate tower.
ATM
Yeah, there you
machine.
go. Well, I was thinking, remember
If-
the box of money that Vince McMahon had?
Wait. We are all missing what's going to be. Ryan said corporate tower. A Lego set of Titan Towers.
Oh, yeah. Well, my goodness. If
I
we
used to
only had
watch
known.
6 people step on Legos.
Yes!
I'm in. I'm fucking in.
Kenyatta's, yes.
Side note, me and one of the boys here really, really, really want to have a Lego match.
Ugh.
No thanks.
Nope.
Oh,
Good.
I didn't plan on bumping into Legos. I just wanted to be in the match.
Everyone else is taking the Lego.
Exploding barbed wire match. What the fuck you thinking?
Oh, shut the fuck up. What'd you think of the ladder match, Chip?
I'm gonna be the one that enjoyed it, I guess.
Mark.
No, Chip, I enjoyed it as well.
Mark.
I gave it 3 3/4 stars.
Mark.
I think it was up there. But I like different matches than you all do. So I like the extreme type of matches. Even though it was a dumb spot, that the Canadian Destroyer on the ladder was awesome to see.
No, the spot was great. It was what happened after it that was the problem in my mind.
Well, yeah, no, I agree. I think Cody didn't sell the arm long enough, because when he came back to the ring, he's like his arm was fine. I didn't like that.
I kept watching him do moves and then go back to selling the arm. I was like, oh, you just want to sell it when you want. And he was a former WWE guy. And it's like,
As Batman says, he does what he wants.
Now you owe me, because I that's my trademark. So you owe me royalties on that.
Take it out of my paycheck? I don't care.
Ryan, do you do you want to discuss it? You want to discuss the ladder match?
and not to be like, I enjoyed this. This was the last good feeling I had after watching a match. This pay-per-view. It was this match.
I would actually
I
agree
enjoyed
with
the
that.
match. It was really good. Standard spot fest. More spotty because it's AEW. And cool that Scorpio Sky won.
Oh, yes, I didn't even mention that.
Oh yeah, by the way.
He didn't look too thrilled when he won, though. His expression was
He's a
kind of
heel.
bland.
He's a heel now. So, yeah, that's fine. Makes sense.
I just
The wrong kid didn't die. So, that's good. Someone new.
Now, can we be somewhat civil, and not civil enough that it's not us, but civil in the time frame we discussed these next two events?
Sorry.
Next match, maybe. The match after that, fuck no.
Let's
Okay,
talk about the
so-
signing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So they put this little podium up and talk about how there's going to be a new signing, which Big Show mentioned, but he doesn't even show up for it.
There's no
And-
mention of it up until like 2 minutes before this happens, by the way. Nobody puts it over. Nobody says a word about it.
They did a
I
backstage
thought they were talking about the guy on Wednesday night. I thought they were talking about the guy that was going to be in the ladder match was going to be the mystery signing.
Yeah,
That's the way he made it sound on Wednesday.
Tony had stated on Twitter that that was
Oh.
not the case, that there would be two signings.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I got. We'll talk about it now, I guess. So then they put this podium. Don't mention it. They mention it in a backstage promo where a thing with Big Show where he's all like, he can outwork everyone. I guess that's Christian's new fucking gimmick now. Oops, spoiler.
You
And then They set
motherfucker.
this podium up. But what I did like was they used Christian's old TNA music.
Yeah.
A remix of it, yeah.
Yeah.
So when that music hit, I was like, it's Christian.
Right.
I knew it before because I opened up Facebook because I'm stupid. But
No,
Yeah, you weren't watching
to
live.
be fair, where I was
No, I
watching
wasn't.
that, when that countdown started, when the countdown started for me, it was the exact same way he debuted TNA. I was like, that's Christian. Right on.
right, yeah, like to a fucking T. But then he bypassed the podium or picks up the contract, signs it in the ring, reveals his new shirt. You could probably get at Pro Wrestling Tees or AEW Shop or whatever, and then walks out. Cool.
So
I like the signing.
I think the signing's great. Okay, we'll start with that. It is it was exactly what Paul and Tony had said. A Hall of Fame worthy wrestler. Absolutely. Christian is absolutely that.
Well, he was until it was AEW.
And that's partly why they said Hall of Fame worthy and not
Hall of Famer.
But I hate to say this, but I was disappointed.
It
And
was flat.
and I love Christian. Okay, I love Christian. I think he's a great wrestler. He's a great person.
Who'd you want, Brock?
No, that's not the point. The point was that they overhyped it.
Yep.
They hyped it to the point that there was nobody that was going to be signed there.
Yeah, sorry to keep interrupting you. Unless it was Brock or CM Punk, there was nobody that would.
Yeah, even Angle wouldn't have made that much of a pop. You know, you literally would have had to have somebody. I can't even think of anybody else other than Brock and CM Punk that could even have matched that hype. That was a free agent. There
Makes
is
sense.
nobody. No. So
Yeah, for Christian, shitty for AEW.
Yeah, really. I mean, and I think that Christian will be a great asset to the locker room. I think there will be a lot of great matches in the future. I just feel like that they did themselves a disservice by doing it this way. Because they sold the pay-per-view on it.
Right. According to Christian, Tuesday's when he signed.
This past Tuesday?
Yes.
So 5 days ago. So they were hyping a major signing.
They saw Tuesday. They promoted Wednesday.
Okay.
Yep.
You'd never know it. They hyped the shit out of that for 6 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, good get, disappointing. Let's ignore Fat Man for a moment and go to this ad.
Street Fight, Sting and Darby Allin versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. The only reason this was a cinematic match was so they can get the ring set up for the main event.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes sense.
And I think it was a disturbance to the fans for doing it that way.
No.
Listen, hear me out. Because you're hyping up Sting's first real match back, and it's a cinematic match. You couldn't have it in the ring. There was only one spot in that match you could have not have done in that building. And you
The fall?
the Darby Allin through the window onto Brian Cage, which you probably could have somewhere done that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I just thought it did. Okay, but Ryan, you hated this?
No, I don't agree that the reason it was a cinematic match was to set up the ring. Because if you look at how that ring was set up, that could have been done during the hype video. Because they didn't replace the ropes. They just fucking wrapped the ropes.
It wasn't just the ropes that they wrapped. They put out barbed wire
Explosives
platforms.
and everything, yeah.
They put out all the pyro that didn't go
They put out
off.
boards with barbed wire on them. But like, look at what the setup was. To me, I don't agree that it was a cinematic match for that. I think it was a cinematic match so they could get the best angle out of Sting.
That may also be, well, it can't not be both. I mean,
What about the fact that they were trying to be like WWE?
No,
I don't think that was the case.
Cinematic matches, like,
I think there was multiple reasons why they did it in a cinematic way, and protecting Sting was possibly one of them. I think that giving the explosive experts, don't forget they were playing with explosives, and moving explosives into to ringside takes time. So to give them an extra buffer would have been helpful.
Yep.
It may not have needed all of it, but it would have absolutely been helpful to have that extra time had they needed it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Ryan, what was you've been saying that we're going to talk about it. What did you think of it?
It was so weird that even the fun out after they did in the warehouse, I could figure it was anybody's what to do with it in Atlanta. That was kind of offsetting just because the amount of space that they got in that building, especially with the football field and all that shit, they could have did anything they wanted. I don't know what it was about it, but it just seemed weird. Like, why the fuck is this happening here? Like, and Taz being on commentary, watching a match was clearly fucking taped, but like, at no point did that match come across that was a live match.
And I think people knew that.
Trying to cover by having live commentary over it was kind of strange. I will agree with that.
Well, they did that with NXT too.
Yeah, they did, and I thought it was weird then too.
It was strange then too. Yeah, I agree. And
that didn't need commentary. You should have had Taz there running his mouth during.
Yeah, I agree with that. I enjoyed it though.
It wasn't bad.
I thought it was entertaining. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't rate it I'm sorry. Ken gave it 3.5 stars. It was a cinematic match. I think Sting looked great in it, to be honest. Like, that's why I'm all like, why don't you do that in front of the live crowd? Maybe it was all editing. It could have been maybe why he looked good, but I thought he looked great in it. And if that was all edited, kudos to whoever edited that. They did a great job, but I was entertained by it. I thought fucking Sting did a great job in it. I think Darby Allin, I think everyone involved did a great job in it. I was highly entertained by it.
Yeah, I agree on everything you just said.
I like the spot where he fell to the floor. That was awesome. And then also the breaking of the bat over Brian Cage was pretty intense.
Clean break, by the way.
Brian Cage
Very
vertically
nice.
suplexed and walking upstairs at Darby Allin.
Yeah.
There were a lot of good spots.
Yeah. It was entertaining.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. Here we fucking go. Exploding barbed wire death match for the AEW World Championship. Kenny Omega defends against John Moxley.
Already lying.
I was really looking forward to this at first.
Me too.
25 minutes and 15 seconds. Ken gave it
I fell asleep in part of it.
So,
Wait, whoa! How much did Canton give it?
4 stars. So, I already told you guys what I'd write in my notes.
Please, stupid for people
I
who
told
are
you
not
one
watching.
word. One word. It was fucking stupid.
That's 2 words.
Counted as a word.
Lawyered, motherfucker.
Everything about this match was fucking stupid. So, like Sleazy says, when they pull up the ring, so everything before that's negated doesn't hurt, right?
And it hurts other matches too.
So you're telling me that you can stop on a dime and it gets thrown into the roast, but other people can't before it? It negates everything they've done before.
I agree.
It was stupid.
I was sitting there watching. I was like, he should have hit the ropes. What the hell?
It was stupid.
I love the chain wrestling was not getting thrown into the barbed wire. That was the chain wrestling spot.
The explosives.
The
were
feeling
clearly-
out.
Obviously, you can't do live explosives. I mean, you could. They were, but
They didn't.
when they hit them, it took 5 seconds later for them to explode.
Like found
The paradigm shift. Sorry, I'm not done yet. The paradigm shift from the apron onto barbed wire, and Kenny Omega fucking no sells it. Are you kidding me? And then the explosives go off another 5 seconds later, but nowhere near them, so it doesn't matter. But then Kenny Omega sells explosives in the eye when they were nowhere near his fucking eye! Oh my god! The one spot he actually sells, it's not even fucking realistic. It was fucking stupid. And you guys aren't saying for you, the only thing I give them credit for is they use real fucking barbed wire. They put their bodies on the line. That's it. 100% a fucking dud. Fuck this shit. That shit was fucking stupid. And, by the way, what made it even more stupid was Eddie fucking Kingston, king of the 2-star fucking match, comes down with 20 seconds left, and instead of lifting Moxley up and throwing him away from the ring, he just looks around going, what do I do? I don't know what the fuck to do. I'll just lay on him while sparklers go off. Fuck you! It was so stupid! And then he sells it! Fucking sells it! More than Kenny Omega did the whole match! It was stupid!
I can't breathe.
Me wrong!
Is it safe to come back?
I agree with most of what Fat Man said.
Whew, I thought I lost an eardrum there.
You almost lost. I listened to all of that.
I did too. Away from my ears.
Okay, so
can I go next just because I'm going to be a lot calmer about it?
sure.
Until the paradigm shift to the outside of the ring, I was like, okay, then they're trying, whatever. And then the paradigm shift happened. I was like, okay, that was fucking stupid. So I understand that. Take out that spot, and to me, take out the ending. That's a great match. They had a good match. If you just do the barbed wire and the ropes and you fall into it that way, take out the explosions, much, much, much better of a match when you look at it. But
I agree.
the explosions every time the explosions went off, it was like, fuck, they right, this is this, isn't it?
It was dumb.
No explosions that you look at that match a whole lot better.
I 100% agree.
I will take the lights out, no sanction Joey Janela match versus John Moxley compared to that. I did not enjoy. I mean, the explosions, them being off, really screwed the shit. Talk about botchamania. That screwed it up, and then the whole Eddie Kingston thing at the end. I was just like, what the fuck?
Here's the thing. I get the story they were trying to sell.
Yeah, they were trying to sell it.
Well, Kenny wasn't trying to sell shit, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, but Eddie did.
I get it. Once they're friends, they're friend. They feuded, but now they're friends again. He was trying to say, but oh my god, it was so dumb.
Here's the thing.
So dumb.
Let me throw this out there for you. The biggest problem there's 3 big problems in the match. Number 1, you had this timer that no one saw. So there was no urgency in the match. And then randomly, like 10 minutes before the end, they made some sound. Ridiculous. The only time you see a timer is the last minute. What? Number 2, an exploding barbed wire match means that you have explosions, right? There were no explosions here. There were firecrackers that went off.
Sparklers.
And I'm not talking about the final one. I'm talking about during the match. There was nothing in the match that was even worthy of being sold by either one of these guys.
I think Tony Khan needs to go back and look at old videos of CZW and ECW to get the real idea how that was supposed to go.
I don't think that was his fault per se, but let me continue this. Having a barbed wire match in this arena means you have to have blood. Okay? Right?
Yeah.
Having to sell fireworks as well as a blood bath match is ridiculous at the very least. And to talk about the paradigm shift spot, Moxley was not far, or he should have been closer to the camera, because when he does the paradigm shift, they go over. Well, when Omega goes over, he literally lands away from the fucking barbed wire. So Moxley takes the bump on his own. What the fuck is that? But the biggest, most egregious part of this entire match was after Moxley loses, they fuck around literally for 4.5 fucking minutes. Not even barely beating the shit out of Moxley. Just jaw jacking, and at one point Omega talks to the camera but you can't hear him, and they're just petering around waiting for the 1 minute timer to come up so they can get the fuck out of there. What the fuck? You don't have a timer up. Start the 1 minute right when they come out, you fucking idiots. Why are you waiting 4 minutes for it's not a shoot, you fucking idiots. It's a work. Why are you waiting 4 minutes to fucking beat off in the ring with Gallows, Anderson, and fucking Don Callis, not doing anything, waiting for the final 30 seconds so Eddie Kingston can come save him? Then have this fucking depressing final explosion happen, and poor fucking Eddie Kingston's got to sit here and sell it like he died. I don't think he knew what happened, which is why he sold it, to his credit. But when Moxley looks up into the camera from the Wile E. Coyote shot, you could tell he's almost fucking laughing about it. Because everyone who actually saw it happen knows it's fucking ruined.
The crowd booed
it. Yeah, the crowd fucking booed it. And then started cheering for Kingston afterwards. I'm like, oh God, shoot me in the head. Because no one is going to remember Shida versus Mizunami. I'm already fucking set up. No one's going to remember.
Asian mark.
Yeah, I know. No one's going to remember Christian Cage signing. No one's going to remember Ethan Page coming in. No one's going to remember Maki Ito coming out. No one's going to remember anything about this. No one's going to remember Sting having a decent match in AEW. They're going to remember that fucking botch. And
Bully Ray said, all they'll remember is the finish.
Yeah. And the finish to probably what could have been a decent pay-per-view is now going to be the laughing stock of AEW now. So, what can you say?
The only interesting part about it is how the fuck they're going to cover it up on Dynamite.
I'm kind of curious about that too.
Oh, that's another thing. Their show's name is Dynamite.
Yeah, you fucking assholes.
I can't remember if it was in our chat or where I read it to, but the response of Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers should have walked back out and pointed and laughed at the boys and played it off like they purposely did it, which probably weren't going to do Wednesday. But that's what it should have been. Kenny Omega should come back out laughing. Hey, did you think you were going to actually do what you're supposed to?
Yeah.
What, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did read that somewhere too, but I also disagree with it. They made a good point to where what was your response? It was too serious of a Kingston sold it, so it would be stupid for them to come back out and point and laugh while Kingston's selling it.
Yeah, there was no good way of solving that. Honestly, you can't solve it immediately. At best, you can retcon it after the fact and say, well, the Good Brothers are fucking idiots and they don't know how to wire explosives. Or
the one thing they can't get around is
Kingston sold it.
Kingston stole it.
Yeah.
How are they going to get around that?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Or you could make it so that Kingston wasn't hurt. He was just so shocked about it and disoriented from the sound or something like that, something stupid. But then you have to cover the fact that Moxley wasn't.
Yes.
So, which is worse? Who do you make look like more of a bitch?
Kingston. 100%.
Yeah, I know you were going to say that, but the reality is that of the two, which one went through a barbed wire match? So,
Yeah, Moxley went through the barbed wire match. He was laughing like a fucking idiot.
but you could play it off like he had a lot of adrenaline.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
While he's laying there lifeless.
Well, he wasn't laying there lifeless, though. That's the thing. Before the fireworks went off, he wasn't. He just couldn't get out of the handcuffs. That inexplicably meant he couldn't get out of the ring. What?
He couldn't stand up.
He couldn't stand up because he had handcuffs? What?
He couldn't stand up because Eddie Kingston was lit on fucking top of him.
Fair point. Can we
I know what this is.
go to
Wrap it up.
So everyone thought it was absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, 3/4 of that pay-per-view was great.
I'll talk about the last match.
Oh, again, and every time I think about it, if you watch that match again but don't pay attention to that explosion bars, that's a really good match.
Yeah.
You have to, though, because it's part of the match.
It's barely part of the match.
It's still there, though. It's
Yeah.
distracting,
Yeah.
is what it is. Like, I agree with Ryan, though. They just had, like, a barbed wire match. It would have been
the
better.
exact same match, but without them stupid explosions.
Yeah.
That's a great match. It's the exact same match, yeah.
I'll watch it tomorrow and I'll get back to you on that.
It was a good pay-per-view.
That no one's going to remember because of the botch at the end.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it. So, news and rumors?
Yay! News and rumors!
Okay, news. Christian Cage is signed with AEW.
Son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
He's over there scratching off Christian Cage's name.
Taking the total away.
Joey Mercury
Oh, Jesus.
is filing a lawsuit against ROH.
What the fuck?
What?
Lord?
In a recent report that former WWE superstar and pro wrestling veteran Joey Mercury has filed a lawsuit in the state of Maryland against ROH and Sinclair Broadcasting for forced resignation and for being misclassified as an independent contractor. Mercury reveals he was paid substantially less than other talents performing the same services for similar wrestling promotions. Joey also claims that he was misclassified as an independent contractor. Joey Mercury was allegedly forced to resign due to the company's lack of concern for their wrestlers. As indicated in the lawsuit, Mercury expressed his concerns with ROH and Sinclair broadcasting a number of times regarding the lack of safety protocols and available medical supervision during their matches. Joey Mercury worked with Ring of Honor from May 2018 to October 2019, and I could tell after that screaming my voice is going.
So, question: did he do anything other than wrestle? Was he an agent?
He was an agent.
So he was doing back of housework, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, he was an agent.
Okay. He might have a case there. Yeah. I'll be interested to see how that goes.
Oh yeah, I gotta mark that off. NXT referee Drake Wirtz, who is
Drake Younger! Hardcore deathmatch legend Drake Younger.
argued with a city official. Hold on, let me read the article.
Oh,
here.
Jesus Christ.
NXT referee Drake Wirtz was part of a group of people who showed up at the Altamonte Springs City Commission to argue that the city should be a sanctuary city for the pre-born. However, the group, including Wirtz, who was identified, there's a video linked in it, but whatever, spent 15 minutes arguing with the city official outside the building about their rights to enter without wearing a mask. Police were eventually called to try and de-escalate the situation, but the group reportedly ignored the police and still made their way inside. Perhaps more concerning from a wrestling standpoint is that the incident occurred on Tuesday evening, just the day before Wirtz was part of NXT TV, bringing into question on the safety protocols he didn't follow as a member of WWE.
Oops.
I watched the video.
Yeah.
It's 16 minutes long.
Holy shit.
There really isn't anything bad in it. They were having a civil conversation with a city employee about mask wearing and how do you, because the city official's like, well, you can't have the building without mask, because I didn't, in the video, it cuts off before any police were called or they entered the building or whatever. And that did seem like got a good note because they were just having a civil conversation about social distancing and COVID-19.
Okay.
None of the people were wearing the mask, but the city official's like, yeah, you can't come in without wearing masks. He goes, I understand you guys don't want to wear it. I get that people don't want it, get that people are, but, we're just going to wear masks from now on. And that's pretty much it. Like, they're just having a civil conversation. Like, I honestly didn't see anything that was bad in it.
The only thing that you might be able to kind of be iffy about is that WWE does supposedly have strict regulations about getting tested beforehand.
Yes.
And this is basically flying in the face of that. But other than that, okay. Do I agree with it? No, but...
Oh, I don't agree with it at all. But, hey. Just you and me, Sleazy. Everyone else, fuck off?
I mean, like...
Looks like I'm fucking out.
Okay.
Well, no, if there was, I don't understand why the cops are called. I mean, unless it escalated that quickly, it just makes no sense.
I didn't.
I mean, that's kind of like a peaceful protest. You can sit there and have a talk with somebody
they're
peacefully. That's bullshit.
Maybe escalated after the video cut off, like I said, but the video was just them having a civil conversation with each other.
That's a conversation. I don't know about how Canada is, and it's a conversation that goes on in every city in America right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except for the states that have lifted everything. But other than that, it's just like it's a conversation that goes on. It went on constantly here in PA. Still goes on constantly here in PA.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Are we keeping you up? Sorry.
I'm old.
I'm older.
Tell my body that.
Yeah.
On a recent edition of Fuck Dave Meltzer's newsletter.
Oh, yay.
It was noted that WWE officials are limiting the age of new developmental signees to under 30. Meltzer also notes that officials in the WWE are very aware of the aging aspect of the roster and those in developmental, which have led to the new doctrine, which it comes to talent acquisitions. According to the new doctrine, unless a special situation arises when an incoming talent is someone who is really good or has a lot of potential or is even a talent who is a big name before signing with WWE, then the company wants to limit the signings to under 30. Obviously, that's Taya Valkyrie's 37, Eli Drake is 38, and they just recently signed.
So in other words, no change. Because they've been doing that the entire time.
Yeah, because when Finn Balor signed, he was still an older guy, but he is notarized around the world. I mean,
so in other words, Dave Meltzer made up a bunch of shit
that we already fucking knew,
and then acted like it was news.
Yeah,
cool.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure that's what was being said there.
So,
like he's been doing for 30 years.
So fuck Dave Meltzer?
Yeah, of course.
WrestleMania tickets go on sale next Tuesday, the 16th.
Woo.
Wow, that's very, very
That's all we've got. We're running out of time, and I'm losing it.
NXT to debut women's tag team titles.
I figured that was coming after the what happened last week.
I thought so too. I had an inkling that they were going to do it instead of giving them a tag title shot. They're going to go, surprise! It's a tag title shot, but it's not for what you think it is.
And as soon as they said that, I have a surprise announcement coming next week, I'm like, tag titles easily.
Yeah, they said they got two of them. I think one of them was the other one, and another one is Sleazy mentioned it on our last week's show. But WWE will be moving NXT to Tuesday.
Oh, the
nights,
Tuesday nights, yeah.
starting
No,
April 13th.
that's not the other announcement. That's not the other announcement.
You think NXT Takeover is going to be 2 nights?
Takeover's
Oh.
going to be 2 nights.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
that
it
makes
is,
sense.
but I don't think that was going to be their major announcement, though. Or do you think?
I didn't know there was going to be more than one major announcement.
Yeah, they said 2 major announcements.
There's two announcements coming. The tag titles and Takeover being 2 nights.
So technically, it's 3 announcements because no one's going to not know that. Excuse me, that's not going to move to Tuesdays. That's got to be a major.
Well, I think they're saving that because
Yeah, but-
the last. So what they're thinking, because I did have it in the notes about Takeover being 2 nights, is that the first night is going to be live on USA Network,
Yep.
and the second night is going to be live on the WWE Network on a Thursday.
Peacock.
AKA Peacock, yeah.
Peacock, yeah. So then the week after is when they're moving to Tuesdays. So the last
So this in
Wednesday
April,
night-
yeah.
the last Wednesday night show will be a takeover, essentially. And I heard it's only going to be 2 hours one night, 2 hours the next, or something like that. So it's not going to be long shows.
I'll take
You
that.
might get two.
Yeah,
you might get
seriously.
2.5 hours the next night.
Yeah. Well, WWE moving to Tuesday nights. AEW Mark's like, oh, we won the war. Nah, you
You
There's
fucking.
different war.
It's a fucking work, you fucks.
The,
and
the
Sleazy-
rumor I heard was that WWE's doing their own WWE Evolve show Wednesday nights on the network.
well, the real reason is NBC Universal is shutting down the NBC network, NBC Sports Network.
Yep.
And they have hockey on Wednesday nights. Those games are going to be moved to USA.
USA. Yep, makes sense.
That's the real reason why. So, but it was just announced today because NBC Universal's contract with the NHL ends this year. ESPN has signed a 7-year deal for the rights to the NHL.
Oh, they brought it back. No shit.
Signed that today.
Well, you know
I'm okay
that
with
was
that.
coming. If ESPN wanted it, Disney was going to fucking
They got
put
that.
as
They got
much-
that Disney money.
Yeah.
Well, ESPN, they had it in the past, but then they haven't had it for years.
Yeah, ABC had it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
2004 was the last time they had it.
Mhm.
So yeah, but
But shit, the last time NHL was on ESPN was when I was a kid.
2004. So yeah, so that move's going to be. It's probably going to be permanent, but it's technically a temporary move because they only have the broadcasting rights through June, whenever the Stanley Cup final ends,
I think June. For sure.
whatever it is this year. So yeah, there's the real reason why they're moving, not because AEW won the war.
It makes total sense because Wednesday night hockey is their national hockey night.
Okada's been dealing with 2 slip discs in his back.
Ouch.
Yeah, they mentioned that on the last pay-per-view.
Oh, did they? Because the report I read today, Chip, was that New Japan hasn't mentioned it.
I saw somewhere.
You liar.
Lies.
I guess Mustafa Ali's also been wrestling with a torn PCL, and Casey Catanzaro has a partially torn LCL.
Ooh.
But I knew about the Canzero one. I didn't know about the Ali.
Yeah, he posted on Twitter. I'm not gonna say that. That's stupid. Kylie Braxton comes out as bisexual, so still I got a chance.
And then
Yeah, but
Billy
now you got to fight everyone.
Yeah. Apparently WWE is to stay in the Tampa area after WrestleMania, but obviously in a different venue. They can't use the Amalie Arena because they got Well, I guess
Lightning.
they could. Lightning at least through June if they go to the Cup final. And Tropicana Field baseball is starting up April 1st.
But you have to look at hockey has 4 days a week, and a lot of they have homestands and all that.
Right, yeah. But WWE is looking at the Yuengling Center, which is formerly the Sun Dome, which hosted the 95 Rumble, on the campus of the University of Southern Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Holds about 10,000 seats.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get some partial live fans and some partial virtual fans in there.
What else? They're pulling the AEW Daily Slice thing.
Last one. I mentioned it last show that Jim Crockett was at the hospital and not doing too good. The next day he passed away.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually cut it from the previous show.
No, you didn't.
I didn't? I
No.
thought I did.
It was still in there. Because I just listened to that this morning.
Really? I thought I cut that. Because I knew we were going to touch on it.
Everyone knows me. I'm the NWA guy. Jim Crockett, obviously, Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. Biggest thing in NWA. He had a lasting impact on me becoming a wrestling fan because that's the one I grew up on. And sad to see him go.
Yeah.
And that is...
It's a big loss to people that, I don't know, I would say is more have been wrestling fans for a longer time. Anyone that's been watching wrestling like 10 years probably don't see the effect that he had.
Right. Think of the names that came through Jim Crockett Promotions: Ric Flair, Roddy Piper,
Rock and Roll Express,
Midnight Express, Road Warriors.
Did Vader come through there?
Vader was not Jim Crockett. He was in WCW, but it became WCW. So I mean, the lasting impact of that, Ted Turner bought Jim Crockett Promotions, which became WCW.
Mm-hmm.
So just the lasting impact that Jim Crockett had on the business.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, I think we're running tight on time, so we will have the wonderful promos and stuff, everyone's Twitter and the liner notes. But thanks, Ryan, for coming on the show. Thanks, Chip, for coming on the show. And as always, for Sleazy,
fuck Kenny Omega.
This is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The blood shedding your name. When there's nothing to gain, I'm a world gone sad.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.